So this is the window in the morning before 6. They start to feed right away. And the camera switches as soon as the sun starts to peek out. And they start feeding. Today I'm just doing an update. This is Robbie from Southern California, trying to fix up the window to get more feeders out there. This has just been a crazy morning. It seems like as fast as I am filling these feeders, they're feeding. I believe this morning I have gone through close to 3 gallons of food just in the morning, and I'm going to be filling them again soon. I'm trying to set up some more. I'd like to make it look really cute and have a lot of feeders. That's the main thing. I want to have a lot of places for them to perch, so when it rains, they can hide out. And I'm going to set up some lights later on as we cool down more, maybe places they can kind of hang out where it's a little bit warmer. But right now, the main thing is to get the food out. Even though today is such a beautiful sunny day, they've been insisting on coming in for food. So I'm assuming with all these hummingbirds migrating, they're not finding enough food because so many people clear their properties. And we have had wet, cold weather, which sometimes the flowers don't make it through that weather. And keep in mind, even though we have a lot of flowers all over, there's only so much pollen in there. Once the pollen is gone, that's it. But the nectar is a different thing. So I'm setting up feeders. They happen to like these feeders I get from Walmart. I've talked about it. I make the holes a little bit bigger, but then there's another one that I like. They're all made by First Nature, which is a company in the United States. They make 2 different types. They make one exclusively from Walmart, and then they make their own. The main thing is I need to keep the dots going because they absolutely love their dots. So I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate these feeders, the dots, and then the other ones you see there, those are ice cream containers, and then of course the peanut butter cups they happen to love. So I have an assortment of feeders out the window so they can feed on whichever ones they want. So I'm kind of keep you up to date on how they're doing and how many are here and what's going on. This has just been amazing this morning. So I think I'm done for today. I've got a tray there now, so I can set up more different types of feeders, kind of adding to it, and they're always watching me. You see how beautiful and sunny it is today? And yet they're still coming in. So they're obviously not finding enough nectar. And of course, pollen too. Now, once the flower is empty of nectar, it will rebuild a little bit, but pollen will never rebuild. It will be the next flower that opens. Once they take all the pollen out, it's gone. And of course, they're eating insects too. Don't forget, you can help them out with 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar, that's table sugar, and 1 cup of water. And you mix that together, get it to dissolve, and then you can put that in the feeder if you've got hummingbirds. If you don't worry. They're going to be coming here, going down into Mexico and different areas to stay warm for the winter. And then as soon as they know it's time, they'll be heading your way. So if you don't have them, you don't have to put the food out. If you do have them, put the food out because it really will help them. And there's nothing more joyful than the sitting in my kitchen window watching them in the morning feed. And of course, they feed all day. And then they come in the evening before the sun goes down. I just want to kind of keep sharing this with you if you're interested, because this is amazing. And do keep in mind, I've talked about this. We started with like 1. There was 1 hummingbird, and all it had to do was start having a nest around here. And then 1 turns into 2, of course, or actually 3, because they usually have 2 babies, and then so on and so on, and they build their numbers up. And having this many, they do get along because, well, there's too many to fight. So once they know there's enough food, and every feeder you see out there has food, then there's no quarreling, there's no excitement that they might run out of food. They know they can move from one feeder to the next, and there's always food in them. And that's important. You want them to feel secure that any feeder they land on has food. Then there's no panic or fighting. This way there's no panic that if they go to one it's empty, and that creates a little bit of panic. So wanted to share that with you. But again, they love their dots, so I'm trying to make sure the dots I make are around the window, because some of them, they don't want to land. They just want to hover and feed. And of course, as you see the peanut butter cup down there, they like their peanut butter cups too. Look at that. They take turns. First, you've got the Annas coming in there, and then the Rufus. Look at that. The Annas got the purpley a magenta throat, and then the rufous is that rusty colored one, and he's waiting. See, it's really funny because a lot of them have a preference as to what feeder they like, and they will wait until the feeder is clear for them to come and land and take a drink. So I hope you enjoyed this. And as I'm sitting and looking out the window with you, I'm just amazed at the numbers. And let me tell you something, I have to buy the sugar 25 to 50 pound sacks because we go through tons, and they're worth it. Have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Ask questions. Tell me what you want to see. Bye-bye.